Top of the morning to you, YouTube. St. Patrick's Day, and today on Jumcraft we're going to do something green. And by green I mean we're going to mess around with slimes. I'm down here in my slime spawning pit, and got some ideas for how I can get down here quicker, because right now the journey down here is just a pain in the ass. I gotta walk by this lava and climb all the way down. It's just irritating. So I got a method that'll let me travel up and down quickly between this point and the skeleton spawner, which is pretty much right up there. So we're going to work on that. I'm also going to tear this floor out and replace these torches with some jack-o'-lanterns. So let me eat this watermelon here. Num. And let's get to work. So this is the corner that corresponds with where I will be coming down and going up in the skeleton spawner area. So first we'll work on the down pipe. So I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, 4 on the wall. I'm going to dig 2 in there. I'm going to dig a couple blocks up. Oh, there's some lapis. And we're going to put a sign down. And I'm actually going to need this water. So put their sign right here. And we're going to put here. Welcome to Slime Town, you son of a bitch. And if you've seen High Plains Drifter, you might get that reference. Otherwise, it's just me being a dick to myself. So what I'm going to do with that sign serves a purpose more than just insulting me. Take this water and drop it right there. And actually, we want to go 1, 2, 3 up with it. Okay. I'll go get some more water. Pretty much all this means is I'm just going to have a hole that I step into up there and drop down, and these 3 squares of water will break my fall, and I will land here safely and unharmed. And it's a pretty simple trick you can pull if you need to get somewhere quick. Some water. You know, just have a pool of water or a ring of water like that. You're going to want at least 3 squares, and that'll keep you safe about any height. Now, I haven't checked with the new height limit, so you might want to do some testing and be prepared to die if you're going to build something for yourself. But I found for myself that you know, 3 squares usually does the trick pretty well. So that's the down pipe, and what we're going to do is we're going to go up top and we're going to dig straight down to it. And normally I wouldn't advise it, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to run anything, so I'm just I'm going to risk it. So I'm going to go back up top, and we're going to count 4 squares from the torch that indicates this back corner that I got up there. Do 2 in, and then just dig straight down. So let's go get that. Let's get it. It'll be nice not to have to traverse all of this crap. I really don't know if I'm going to do anything with this area down here. I mean, I've got a lot of area to work with, but I really don't know what to do with it. And I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time down there, I guess. So I don't want to build anything that would require me to hang around, because I want to be far away from the slime area to ensure that they're spawning. Although, I have to be honest, I'm just doing this at this point to complete the project. It doesn't take many slimes with that looting slower to get a whole lot of slime balls, and I think at this point I probably have more slime balls than I'm going to need for a while. But, yeah, I say that, but then I'm probably going to build something completely insane that requires like 7,000 sticky pistons. Some other stuff real quick. I just put some wooden stairs in here. It kind of revises up a little bit. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this. I might, you know, play around with this stuff a little bit more. Yeah, I just thought I kind of broke the pattern a little bit. Raise that up on the side a little there. I don't know. And you may have noticed this. The circle stone, which is a new block that was added in the 1.2 updates. And normally you can only get this in creative. But I found a method, and when I say find, I don't mean I discovered it. I mean I found someone else who figured something out on YouTube. And there's a method that involves some redstone witchcraft, basically, to create these blocks. I can show you that in a little bit, but let's stay on task for right now. Dig down, and I can show you that real quick. So here we are in here, and got some grass growing here, and I don't exactly know how or why I have a dirt block or grass block here. Let's just pick that up with the silk touch. I don't know what the deal is with that. Anyway, so here we are. It's the back corner. It's the top of the skeleton spawner. We'll do some work on that a little bit later, because now that there's toggleable redstone lights with the redstone lamps, I can put lights up here and shut this thing off so that they're not constantly spawning, as you can hear them right now. But you know, once again, it's another project for another time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dig 4. Torch back here, and now we dig straight fucking down. Hit the stuff. Get my ores on here. Yeah, probably. Oh. There we go. And I get this. Yeah, screw you, gravel. Just get rid of that. And so that's pretty much that. I'm going to fill that in real quick. Alright, so I want to come back here, take a step down. Reason I left the space here so I can put a door on here. Some control, so when I drop down I'm not dropping onto slimes, but let's check it out. Whee! And we have a customer. 18 slime balls. So that works pretty well. Might want to get rid of that torch someday, but that's fine for now. So let's just put a door on that real quick. And that's set. Now go ahead and put a little jack-o'-lantern in the floor there, just to make sure nothing spawns. So that works, and this door will keep the slimes from the smaller slimes from jumping in there and chomping up my ass when I fall on them. So that's useful. Okay, so that's step one. Now step two, tear all this floor out, and I got all this mossy cobblestone I'm gonna put down on the floor. Because, you know, I like to use cobblestone for spawner rooms, and I like the mossy in this because it's a slime room, so it's like a slime covered floor. Maybe it's a waste of my mossy because this is all I got, but whatevs. So this is going to take me a while to dig out all this obsidian, so I'm just going to do that, and then start dropping this floor down, so stay tuned. Now, you always want to remember when you're digging up obsidian like this, throw some water down, because it's more likely lava under it, and it's going to not only burn up the blocks that you broke and waste your time and your diamond pick breaking that obsidian, it's a good chance you'll fall in. You also want to be aware of where the water is flowing and how much space you've got to work with. For instance, right here, I've got a source block here, water flows 8 blocks out, and so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It means that it decreases by 1 the further you get, so it forms like a rough angled squared pattern, diamond pattern, I guess. So it'll be 7, 6. So I break that block out, water doesn't flow. So for instance, if I break this cobblestone or this obsidian block here, right in the lava. So you want to always be careful of that. Always make sure you know where your water's at and how far it's going to carry. Otherwise, you get burned. Also, you might want to grab yourself a Snickers bar or something, because this is going to take you a while. Okay, so we got that dealt with, and another tip, if you're trying to dig out the pool like this, sometimes lava will kind of creep under spaces, so it's also a good idea to clear out like a 1 block wide area around that, just in case you miss some lava. You don't want a nasty fire surprise in your face when you're digging this stuff up. So now I'm just going to go through and dig up the rest of this, and we can start laying down our mossy cobblestone floor. Hiya! See what I'm talking about? This lava is tricky. Some sneaky ass lava going on here. Alright, so that's clear. Go ahead and put some jack-o'-lanterns down. 2, 3. Put these 4 away from the corners. And probably another 3 or 4 in from that. 2, 3, 4. Alright. That might be a little bit excessive, but I think that'll do the trick. Let's see here. This is light level 15. This is 14. 15, 12, 10. Trying to get an optimal light level without going overboard on these jack-o'-lanterns. And I think these areas back here might be like a danger zone, so let's just go ahead and put one right smack dab in the middle there. I just realized I counted this wrong. Should have counted 1 block in, maybe? So I got this in a 17 by 17 area. It says 16 by 16. Yeah, whatever. It works. Good enough. Alright, so maybe a bit excessive, but whatever. Whatever. Looks good. Looks all lit up. Mossy cobbly floor. Probably redo the walls at some point, but that is a bigger project than I really want to get into right now because I've got something else I'm going to get into right now. Alright, so this is good. This looks good. I like this. I don't know, maybe I'll come back later and try this out, put some kind of different pattern in here if I ever decide I want something else to do with the mossy cobblestone. I can't find any more. But I have a feeling that this is going to be one of these things where, you know, I build this and use it a couple times, and then unless I find something else I want to do with slimes, I won't have much reason to come back down here because I will have, you know, more slime balls than I really know what to do with. So, yeah. Alright, so, got this place lit up. I've got a way down, a quick way down through my water chute. Now we need a way up, and to do that I'm going to build something crazy with redstone. It's a piston elevator, also known as like a zipper elevator or zipper staircase. Basically what it is, it's a tower of pistons with stairs on the end that kind of punch you up. There's lots of different designs for piston elevators and piston-based devices that will push you up quickly. This is the one I like. I don't think it's the fastest. It's kind of an older design. It's been around for a while. I have seen a million videos on it, so I couldn't tell you who came up with it first. You know, in cases like that, I like to give someone credit. So I will post a video link to a video in the description to the guide I used to build this. But it's pretty simple as far as redstone stuff goes. It's not too complicated, so I think you can follow along. Okay, so basically watching the video, I realized that it was kind of hard to follow what I was doing, and even though there's already plenty of videos out there that show you how to build this, I thought for the sake of completeness I should give you a little bit more information on what it is that I'm building and how I'm putting it together. Because when I was doing it for the video, I just kept getting flustered because I forgot the pattern, or I kept having to run back and get materials, and so it was kind of difficult to follow that. So I'm just going to start one here, and then you can watch me put it together in my normal world. So to start with, you want a 2 wide, 4 long by 2 deep hole. And there's 2 ways to build this, depending on which orientation you want. You either want the pressure plate on this side or this side, the left side or the right side. And which way you choose is just entirely up to you. I chose one specifically based on the space that I had, but they're pretty much the same, just mirror images of each other. So I'm going to show you how to build it the way I have it. So you start with this little tower of blocks here, redstone torch on this block, redstone torch on this block, and redstone dust there, and then a repeater here and here. Connect those up with dust, and then the repeater that's attached to this block, you want it to be 1 tick more than that one. Now I just have these set the default. It works for me, it should work for you, but you can play around with this, and I encourage you, if you're going to build stuff with redstone, play around with it, experiment, and you might find something entirely unique and cool. But anyway, this is just the standard 1 tick, and this is 2 ticks. And this gives us a pressure plate on the right side. And that will be your control, and this is basically, when this is complete, you'll walk in a doorway like that. So if you build it the opposite way, like so, you can see that's pretty much the same thing, just mirrored over, and that just moves the pressure plate over to the left side. And which side you choose is entirely up to you. Maybe you have a specific space requirement, maybe you have a preference. Either way, it's about the same. It just means you have to mirror the design for one or the other. So I'm going to show you how I built it, because a lot of the videos I see put the pressure plate on this side, and I had to put it on this side for my own considerations. So let's get going. Okay, so we start with that basic design. And then we fill this in, cover this over, and your pressure plate would go right there. I'm going to leave that off for right now, so I'm not accidentally triggering this while I'm working on it. And I'm going to try and show you how you would build this in a normal game. This is creative, so I can fly around. I don't have to worry about falling damage. But if you're going to build this, you're probably not going to build it in creative. So I'm going to show you how to do it layer by layer. So start from the back end, and this will start the pattern. I'm going to do 2 layers, and you should see the pattern emerge from there. And basically what we're doing is we build a pattern across, and then alternate the pattern back and forth. So we put a block here, space there, and then 2 blocks, and then a repeater here. What's happening is that redstone torch that's there is powering this block, which powers the repeater. And then we take that and reverse it. And at this point we can build our skeletal structure, which goes like this. So these 4 blocks here basically form the skeletal outline of it that we'll be building off of. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in so I'm not falling in a hole. So then we're going to continue that over. We got a block, torch, and after this level you start putting torches on this block instead of on top of this one. So remember that. Block there, repeater, and then a block. And if you're building it from the top, it goes like this: block, 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 block. And don't jump off if you're doing this in normal mode, because you'll take damage and die. And like so. And then I'll give you one more pattern here. So it starts with block, repeater, block, 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 torch. So you can see this pattern: block, repeater, block. Well, actually, let's do it in the order of the facing. Block, block, torch, block, repeater, block, 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 torch, block, repeater, block. And you just alternate this pattern going up. And you can build this as low or as high as you want to. I'm going to go ahead and stop that there, just so I can keep this simple and to the point. And we're going to move back to the front side, and we're going to put a block in front of each of these. Block off those repeaters, and you're going to put a block on the sides. And on this side, where it's lowest, you're going to leave that block off. We're going to start on this side. Now if you're building it in survival mode, What I find to be useful is when you go through and build this, to tower yourself up while you're putting these together. And then you can, if you've already built that water drop, you can drop back down and do the other side. That I found is pretty easy to do, and because it can get kind of tricky to do this from the top while you're building it. But, you know, if you've got a better idea, play around with it, have some practice. So basically we put torch on the outer edges, and then a redstone dust on the inner blocks. Dust, torch, and torch. Make sure you have that torch there. So that's basically that. So your pressure plate will go here, just for orientation. We're going to put a stair block there, 2 solid blocks here. I should mention, if you haven't already figured it out, the type of material used doesn't really matter as long as it conducts redstone power. Take that off for right now. And then you just stack up the pistons. And the easiest way to do this while you're building it is just to pop the pistons up and then drop stairs under your feet. And once again, it's easy to do one side at a time and then drop down the water chute and go back and do the other side. You definitely want to place the piston first, because if you try and place a piston, the stair block first, the piston is going to want to point up. So definitely place that piston first. And then jump and drop it underneath you, and you're good to go. And that's pretty much that. I think I may need, let's put this down here. So that's pretty much that, and let's step in this. You can see what's going on is these stair blocks push together, and you get pushed up the stair block and it pushes you up. Now, one thing to note is that if you don't walk off of this when it reaches the top, it will just drop you right back down, like so. And if you have a very tall design, that could cause some serious damage. So what we do is we build up another little level here. Make sure you have redstone dust there, as if you were building another level. Put your block up there, blocks there, put your block there. And that can happen. Another line of pistons with stairs. And then we put some pistons on the top here. And there you go. And you can, you know, cover this up and make a nice little structure out of it. And these blocks will prevent you from accidentally walking back in the hole, and they'll actually push you off when you get to the top. Like so you don't have to worry about forgetting to walk forward. Alright, so we're going to get started down here. Not the best planned out approach that I have. This actually is very inefficient the way I went about this, but it gets the job done. So right now I'm just digging out the bottom channel, and then I'm going to have to go back up top and dig all the way down from the skeleton spawner room. And I wish I had thought this plan out more, because I kept having to go back and gather more supplies and adjust my plans, and I really wasn't thinking about how I was going to build this layer by layer. It's a problem if you watch a lot of instructional, like tutorial videos. They're usually done in creative, and it doesn't really show you how to do it without the ability to fly and produce infinite crap out of your ass, so it's a little rough. But join us next time as I complete my zipper staircase elevator to my my slime pit, or rather from the slime pit to and from, one or the other. So thanks for watching, and have a good one. Enjoy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I know I will. Yes.